Welcome to Grow Groups at Litz Manor. I'm so excited that you're here with us today. My name is Chris Alford and I'm the lead pastor at Litz Manor. And it is my honor and my privilege to walk with you through this series called The Armor of God. We started the Armor of God last week, and we started by helping us understand and reminding us that we are, whether we want to be or not, that we are in a high stakes battle. Now, this is not a battle for geography or for treasure. This is a battle for the hearts and the souls of every man, woman, and child. So it's a high stakes battle. It's one that we cannot afford to lose, nor can we afford to take lightly. Now, we started off by looking at what Paul says that we are to do to get ready for the battle. Before we get into the elements of the armor and the specifics of the armor, we have to know, how do we prepare for battle? Much like a football team or football player has to understand what they have to do for battle. So Paul starts out by saying, put on the armor of God. But he says first, be strong in the Lord. So be strong. Get psyched up. Get your game face on. Get ready. Get prepared. But don't depend on your strength. Depend on Jesus' strength. Because at the end of the day, your strength is not enough to get you through the challenges of life and to get you through the attacks of the enemy or to see you through the dark valleys of the shadow of death. It is the strength of Jesus, that strength and that power which rose him from the dead on the third day. That same power that rose Jesus from the dead is available to work in and through you. So put on the armor, but first put on the strength of Jesus, or be strong in the strength of Jesus. Number two, put on the armor. So you may be wondering, how do I pick it up? How do I put it on? How do I adjust it? And all of the specifics. And we'll get into that as we go element by element. But first of all, you have to make a decision. I will, as I understand and as I grow and as I gain in my knowledge, I will use what I learn and I will put it on as I go along. So I'm making a commitment that as we go through this study with my Grow Group, I will put on each element as I learn how to do it. And number three, to stand, to hold the line. This is not a passive war. This is a war where you have to take a stand. You have to choose a side. You have to step up, because the people in your Grow Group, they need you to hold the line and to stand. The people in your community of faith, in your church, and if you belong to Litz Manor, the people of Litz Manor need you to stand. Now, last week in the message on Sunday, we talked about the different elements or the different enemies that we face, the different types of enemies that we face. And if you would like to hear that, you can go to litzmanor.com and you can hear, as I break down for a few minutes, some of the specifics of our enemy. But I want to just get down to the very basics of understanding your opponent today. Your opponent is crafty. Your opponent is smart. And he's been around. Him and his minions have been around for a very long time. But we need to know when he's at work versus when it's just we're reaping the consequences of a bad decision that we made. We need to understand when he is lurking. Peter talks about in the scriptures, Peter talks about that he is a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. How do I know when it's the enemy, my opponent, and how do I know when it's just circumstances? Let me break that down for you in one verse. John 10:10. John 10:10 says, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He wants to steal your peace. He wants to steal your joy. So anytime there is something, a circumstance or a situation that is stealing, sucking the life out of you, the energy out of you, that is stealing your joy and your peace and your hope, you can rest assured that the enemy's behind it. Second thing he says, he comes to steal, but he comes to kill. He comes to kill your hopes. He comes to kill your dream. He comes to kill your spiritual development. He comes to kill your purpose. And ultimately, he comes to destroy your life. You see, when God is teaching and when God is at work, he does not come to steal, kill, nor destroy. But the enemy always has one of those purposes in mind. That's why we must be ready. We must make a decision. I will be strong in the power of Jesus, the power to raise people from the dead. I will be strong in that power. I will make a commitment to put on the armor of God, to learn what it is, to put it on. And 3, I will stand, and I will stand with everyone around me. I will stand with my family of faith, with my grow group. I'll stand with my wife, my husband, my children. I'll stand. I make a decision. I will stand. And then recognize when that enemy who comes to steal, kill, and destroy comes. Because here's the difference with Jesus. Jesus says, I have come that you may have life and that you may have it abundantly. Wow, what a difference. What a difference between Jesus and the enemy. One brings life, one brings destruction. That's why it is so vital and so important for you to understand the armor of God and make a decision to put it on. As you dive in with your grow group today, stay alert, focus, get involved, share your thoughts, share what you're struggling with, encourage others. The more you put into it, the more it'll benefit the people around you. And the more they grow and the more they put into it, the more the group collectively grows. Let us make a decision to put on the armor and to grow each and every day. God bless.